USL Championship rolls on, and outside of Hartford, Connecticut at Dillon Stadium, Hartford Athletic welcoming Loudoun United, two teams that are right now playing out the string but trying to hold on and cross the finish line strong. Tonight's game presented by Trinity Health of New England. It is the USL Championship, talked about the table right now, and even with a late push, Hartford Athletic on the wrong side of the line. Charleston Battery could catch Miami. The top three spots are locked. And for Loudoun United, again, it is the farm club of DC United. They have other things in mind, some lessons learned the hard way this year. Phil Shane alongside Bruce Silverman. Let's take a look back at the last game for these two teams, which was head-to-head, Bruce.
Yeah, it was, and these are teams that know each other very, very well. Last time they will meet on the season, and the big thing is Hartford owns Loudoun 8-0-1 all time against Loudoun.
4 straight victories as well. One problem, though, the defense has had a few issues allowing the opening goal in their last 5 games. For the visitors, the man up front, Giovanni Bolivar, the Venezuelan, 19-year-old promising player on loan from La Guaira, and he can be a handful.
Apologies to Elton John. The Bolivar is not too bad. He had a goal against Hartford on Wednesday night. These two teams, like I said, know each other very, very well. You know Bolivar wants to score again tonight.
Meanwhile, on the other side, the New York City native and Honduran youth international, Juan Obregon Jr., brought up from the Rio Grande Valley, and he brought some goals with him.
The Olympian for Honduras scored also on Wednesday night, and you know he wants to do it again. He has 10 goals and an assist on the campaign.
About to celebrate his 24th birthday at the end of the month. He'd like to do some celebrating early tonight. Will he get the chance? It is Fortress Hartford, but can Loudoun United knock down the walls? Stay with us. Hartford Athletic welcoming Loudoun United, and this match brought to you by Trinity Health of New England. Dillon Stadium in Hartford, Connecticut. Let's take a look at the starting lineup, Bruce.
Looks like it's going to be a 4-4-2 for the home team. We highlighted the man up top, number 29. This is a team that comes with a lot of experience, and especially in the pipes with Jeff Caldwell.
Keep an eye on the front line, including the young El Salvador international Walter Martinez as well. And here's what they'll be going up against. It is DC United's reserve team, and there are some promising players.
There are a lot of youngsters on this team. It is a team that is not very tall. We talked about that before we came on the air. But you've got a couple of 19 years old, a couple of 17-year-olds, 18, 19, 16, 18. This is a team that is looking for experience.
Take a look at Loudoun United as they are getting set for this one. Don't forget our Hoffman Auto Group keys to the game. Bruce, what about the Athletic?
For Athletic, it is continued dominance. Talked about it at the top of the show. 8-0-1 all-time against Loudoun, and 9-0-1 is as perfect as it can get. And for the visitors, they want to be road warriors. They have had a difficult season, only 15 points throughout, and if they could get out tonight and get to 18, that would be a huge victory for the young club, and wind looks like it's going to be a factor this evening.
On the field turf, just a couple of years old at Dillon Stadium in Hartford, and you mentioned the weather, 70 degrees at kickoff. Winter is coming. It's still a little on the warm side, but brisk with 15-mile-an-hour winds coming from the southwest. Ball tucked up the line, trying to keep it in play. Jacob Green will have to settle for the throw. In the red and the white, it is Loudoun United moving from the left to the right. The visitors coming in with 4 wins, 3 draws, and 20 defeats. Just 1 road win on the year, Bruce. They are bottom of the Atlantic Division, but again, as a farm club for DC United, they have other goals in mind, and they've already seen a couple of those players move up onto the MLS 22 under 22. So they are producing talent for the big club, and I guess that's good enough.
You know, look, when you are a B team, you want to use these games, this experience, to really cheat your system, get the reps in for these young players, get them into a position where they can jump up and play at Audi Field.
Although part of the thing you're supposed to be learning as well is learning how to win. Ted DiPietro making his return, the Virginia native, out wide on the wing. Meanwhile, Hartford in the green with the blue trim, defending the goal towards the right. Thank you to all our Business Alliance members. Tonight's Business Alliance members of the match, TLP Ventures and Delta Dental, dental and insurance plans. Ball slammed away by Jermaine Ford, the London-born goalkeeper. Looks like he's bundled up. Meanwhile, a little bundled up, the Cameroonian midfielder Preston Tabordetaka wearing a soft cast on that ailing arm. Ball trickles across on the far side. It'll be a throw-in for Hartford, and that's Younes Boudadi, the Belgian-born Moroccan international. Talked about the youth on Loudoun United, Bruce. There's some promising young players, along with a few grizzled veterans for the green. Long ball forward and bouncing wide of Caldwell's net.
Both of these teams looking to get experience, but for Hartford, what's nice about the balance in their lineup is there's youth and there's experience, so one can beget the other. For the home team, what they need to be doing right now is being a little bit more deliberate on the ball. They haven't spent a lot of time on it, and there's a great example, even though the play was stopped, where they have to get something started. We have seen the visitors come on, stay on top of the ball. For Hartford, they want to dictate the pace of this game.
Long ball sails to the far flank. Walter Martinez looking for a little bit of help, but stripped away. Sasamake, the 23-year-old Ivorian, into the middle, knocked down, and the whistle from Benjamin Meyer, the referee. Don't miss our next home match right here at Dillon Stadium on October 22nd at 7. Go to hartfordathletic.com for tickets and more information. Your favorite craft beer festival coming to Dillon. Register now for the Small State Great Beer Festival. Unlimited tastings, best food trucks, and awesome live music. Learn more and register at hartfordathletic.com/SSGB.
Early in this game, Phil, what we're seeing is not a lot of passing lanes. It's going to be very, very difficult for both of these teams to make any kind of vertical progress if they're playing this congested in the middle.
Trying to tighten things up into the middle for Tabor de Taca, but dispossessed. Looks a little off balance because of that big cast on the arm. Takedown for Cuda Pietro as he earns a free kick for Loudoun United. Jacob Green, 18-year-old from Maryland. That makes him one of the veterans on this Loudoun United team.
This is very true, but not many guys on this Loudoun team could come back for that next game you were just talking about with at Hartford here at Dillon and participate in the beer garden.
They might have to be carded before they come in. Ball pushed in just behind Cuda Pietro. Kept alive near side for Green. Weaves it to his left. Trying to force it through. Taken away and off to the veteran captain Donny Barrera. 8 goals, 10 assists. This one poorly played. Obregon takes it to the goal line. Drags Dambrot with him. Tries to drop it back, but a foul as a wasted effort by Athletic.
But for Athletic, what really fell apart on this one is you're playing the ball near the goal line. There's nobody trailing. We're going to see it right here. Ball goes over the top. Foot race all the way to the goal line. And Obregon has nobody to pass to. Great opportunity. The angle wasn't there to take the shot, but nobody trailing to feed, and that was a wasted opportunity.
Green, the Maryland native, rolls it inside. Again, Cuda Pietro the target. He'll try and switch it far side. Keep an eye inside for Hopkins making the run. Cut to the goal line, but the cross not made before it trickles across. And Jeff Caldwell with a chance to put it back in play. Hartford Athletic would like to thank our founding partner, Trinity Health of New England. Thank you to all the incredible healthcare heroes in our community who have worked tirelessly and selflessly during the COVID-19 pandemic. Takedown right near midfield. Foul by Nanan Husu, the Ivorian midfielder. Good look at the youngest boss in USL Championship, 31-year-old Harry Watling. We talk about some of the accomplishments of the players on the field. Never really even a journeyman as a player, but a promising coach even at a young age. Had his UEFA B license at 18, his A license at 26, and was working with the likes of Jose Mourinho and Carlo Ancelotti. Not a bad resume.
I wasn't able, I was just lucky to get a driver's license at an early age. To be able to earn those types of credentials at a young age is incredibly impressive.
In-swinger from Barrera, sails long, trying to keep it in play. Successfully so was Tulu, the Togo international. Sweet move by Connor McGlynn, back into the mix. Kept alive by Obregon, but he sends it the wrong way. And now here comes United. Out wide, Bolivar runs into a jam and still down on the ground. Out it goes for the Hartford throw. Download the official Hartford Athletic mobile app presented by J Restaurant. Available for Apple and Android. The one-stop all things Hartford Athletic, and the easiest way to manage your tickets, hartfordathletic.com/app.
That was a great slide tackle by Tulu.
Near side. Ashkanoff Palon, one of the newcomers, his 5th straight start for the Boston-born Haiti international. Just joined the club September 25th, and he's been ever present ever since. Back for Cardona. Puerto Rican national team captain on that back line. Down goes Banana. No sympathy from the referee. And in some ways, talked about Harry Watling being a very promising boss. But you know, Hartford wanted a little more. Ball launched inside, but offside was Obregon. Might be worth another look, but he was wide open.
He absolutely was open, but the trick was he knew that he was flirting with the offside. He tried to stay onside as long as possible, tried to hold his feet, but the ball checked up on this artificial turf, made it difficult to stay on.
Ball back for Samake, up the line, stripped away by Apollon, but called for the foul.
Yeah, that was a little ticky-tack. Apollon coming up, playing some defense, trying to cut off the angle here. Not even sure if there was really contact on that one.
Looked like it might have happened just before he got to the Haitian International. Optimistic cross to the far flank. Samake could not bring it down. And it'll be a throw-in for Hartford. Midline Chiropractic, the official chiropractor of the Hartford Athletic, offering athletics, rehab, and sports-specific training. Midline aligned with your health and centered on your well-being. Visit midline.com today, midlign.com. 10 minutes in, each team has pushed forward, but really neither keeper, Forda nor Caldwell, have been tested. Although again, for two teams, Bruce, that are playing for pride, it's been an energetic affair.
Yeah, both of these teams coming into this game knowing what the situation was in terms of the playoffs, and yet they're playing like this is an early game, and both teams with a lot to play for.
Nice hustle by Tabor Tataka.
Which, you know, Phil, if you think about it.
Giving chase here, quick off his line as Forda has to clear it away.
If you think about it, both of these teams do have a lot, and all of the players on the pitch and all the reserves do have a lot to play for right now. For Hartford, being an independent team, they're playing for jobs. And for Loudoun, they're looking to impress the bosses in D.C.
Good look at Ryan Martin. Soccer legacy came up through Wake Forest, but his dad, Jay Martin, may be the most successful college coach in the history of the game. He was in charge back when I was in school. I think that was when they were keeping the stats on those stone tablets. But 730 plus victories, nothing to sneeze at. Ryan learned at his feet, and again, maybe the victory's not there this year, but the talent is headed in the right direction. Here's Hopkins, one of them, the 17-year-old. Crossed into the middle, carries to the back post, volleyed off the woodwork and wide. Had Caldwell beaten, but he couldn't beat the iron. Samake coming close.
Very impressive exchange off of that corner. You see the cross there and then the shot that goes off the woodwork, but there was a back heel pass just off of the corner that was just as impressive.
Cleared away by the 6'3" Caldwell, former UVA goalkeeper. Of course, that's where Hopkins is going to be going. 17-year-old just committed to the Cavs. Meanwhile, his debutant mate Xavier O'Neal just committed to the University of Kentucky. Scrambling back on defense, chipped across by Apollon, trying to bring it under control, but Obregon could not. Please join us in helping founding partner the Hartford celebrate nearly 75 years of educating children about fire safety with their Junior Fire Marshal program. Visit juniorfiremarshal.com to learn more.
Yeah, you were just talking about Kentucky soccer. Obviously, soccer also known as football, and the Kentucky football team having a good season so far, although they did drop their first game of the season on the road in Athens today. 30-13 was the final.
Ball across the middle. Well, Wildcats maybe even a little bit more famous for playing on the wood court, but their soccer team getting better. And won't be hurt at all with the arrival of O'Neal. Just turned 17 on Tuesday. Ball back by Nanan Husso through Jace Clark, the 16-year-old. Big for 16. They must feed him well in Maryland.
Well, it's the crab cakes.
Chipped up the near side, keeping it in play, Jacob Green. Smashed away Cardona, but off target, reclaimed by Nanan Husso. One of the players on loan for Loudoun United. Guru, his club back in the Ivory Coast. All the way across for Caldwell. 1.63 goals against average for the Athletic keeper. Just 6 clean sheets. That has been a problem. Ball dropped back. Obregon in the area. Turns and shoots, but blocked away.
It was interesting on that one, Obregon having the opportunity to one-time it and kept it at his feet, probably drawing too much attention from the defense. If he had taken the shot on the initial pass, this game may be in the 15th minute 1-0.
Good look at Forda. Came up through the Loudoun town system. Although really started to make his mark in American soccer for the Cosmos B team. Plucked away from El Paso by Loudoun United.
And you know that every player playing for Loudoun right now is playing for an opportunity to play for DC United and have their name called by our friend Dave Johnson.
Well, whether they put it in the net or not, there's always some promise. Talked about 2 of the youngsters who graduated in recent months, Moses Nyman and Kevin Paredes. And not only were they called up to the big club, they are playing. And now 2 of the best youngsters in MLS. And as we talked about, doesn't look good, 4 wins, 3 draws, and 20 defeats. But when you are a farm club, if you will, Ryan Martin's job is a little different.
Well, the expectations are a little different. The coaching is a little different. The play is a little different. But we've seen so many players come through USL Championship, make an impact in MLS. League One, make an impact in MLS.
Down into the corner, Bolivar tracking it down. Tried to turn, he'll settle for the throw.
You look at a situation at FC Dallas and, you know, Ricardo Pepe, who just tore up League One, and now look what he's doing in MLS, look what he's doing with the U.S. men's national team.
Of course, it's a little different there. Luchi Gonzalez, the man who called him up, didn't win enough and paid the price, although Marco Ferruzzi, who was also involved in the youth development down in Dallas, now getting a chance. So sooner or later, you got to win. Ball touched back, rifled to the far post by Hopkins, the teenager just bouncing it wide.
The 17-year-old taking the shot from outside the box. Had a really, really good look. Pushed outside the box, and then Hopkins just going wide. Just the situation where he was aiming, the hips were closed a little too much, and he just put it wide right.
Hartford Athletic would like to thank tonight's presenting partner of Youth Sports Night, Nuovo Pasta. You can find their award-winning selections of delicious fresh pasta in your local grocery store. Check out nuovopasta.com for more details. 18th minute ticking to a close. If anything, Loudoun United has been the more aggressive, although a bit wasteful around Caldwell's area. Left-footed clearance by the former Rev. Out to midfield. Flying in was Walman Martinez. Got the man. And actually, that was Justin Hack, the New York City loanee. Got the man and the ball.
Hopkins a little slow to get up.
Flag stays down. Looking for an opening. Turn slapped away by Forda. Martinez got the clean shot. but he couldn't get it around the keeper. And here comes Loudoun the other way. Samake looking for help, screaming for it. Hopkins on the inside. Pops up for Pietro, and he can't get the handle. Trying to win it back, Bolivar. That's some good work by Apollon on the back line.
That was the second trip for Hartford down the pitch where I think they waited too long to take the shot, drew too much attention, and by that point, knocked away. If Hartford can get down the pitch and be a little bit quicker to pull the trigger on shots, they might open this game up rather easily.
Take another look as Jermaine Ford called to the rescue. Good ball out of the back by Hack.
Yeah, it really was, and then right into the box. Right there is where he should have taken the shot. Got a little too close to the 6, pulled it out, and that's when all the attention came in. So here's everybody, and then Forda, great job of punching it away.
You also saw from that angle, Tabordataka was open for the back pass, but I don't know many forwards that are going to bypass a chance to shoot. Pietro down, a bit bruised, no whistle. Hartford now putting their foot to the pedal.
Benjamin Meyer, the man with the whistle and the Barbasol tonight, really letting these guys play.
Coming across, Cardona got his first goal against Loudoun United as a professional back in June, a stoppage time game winner. Looking to launch Apollon, but he can't, and bodied off the ball by Green.
Green showing a lot of maturity in the way that he defended this ball, made sure that it went over the line. You don't see a lot of 18-year-olds short in stature playing in the middle, number one. Number two, having the wherewithal to body off an attacker.
Here comes Loudoun again. 8 wins, 1 draw. No defeats. One of only 2 teams Hartford have never lost against. They'd like to keep that going. And well, they do have 4 straight victories. Mentioned they needed a stoppage time game winner by Cardona, and they needed a 3-goal comeback just a couple of days ago. So Loudoun United maybe looking for their first win, but they're getting closer. Trickles inside for Bolivar. Back comes Hack to try and poke it free. Apollon lifting it back to the midfield. Barrera maintains possession, and Budadi will track it down.
Loudoun's doing a really good job of getting into the final third. That's when things are starting to break down. Credit Hartford a little bit for congesting and breaking up the passing lanes, but Loudoun needs to be a little bit more deliberate in terms of putting their passes on target so that they can take their opportunities against Caldwell.
Hartford Athletic would like to thank our founding partner, Travelers. Thanks to Travelers, presenting partner of our Community Champion Program. Children from underserved communities throughout Greater Hartford able to come to the matches free of charge. Obregon offside.
Another great opportunity. Hartford strong in bringing the ball down the pitch. Obregon just needs to figure out how to stay onside and create those opportunities.
A little tangle in the midfield. Hack with a little kick out that draws the whistle.
Hack, who's on loan from NYCFC, just 20 years old.
Chip to the inside. Hopkins gets it back. 17-year-old on a slashing run. Sends it wide. O'Neill. Touch back to the back line, and the Ivorian Samake makes the run. Here's O'Neill. Just celebrated his 17th birthday back on Tuesday. There are a few youngsters in there. 2 17-year-olds and a 16-year-old on that far side. Nice turn by Dambrot, one of the veterans out of Akron.
Good defense by Hartford, forcing Loudoun to go from the final third into the middle of the pitch. Trying
to find a gap. Tabordataka but he ran right into a trap and gives the ball up easily.
The former member of San Antonio FC doing a real good job of breaking through the middle. The pass just errant. Maybe he should have waited a little bit longer before he tried to distribute that one.
As you mentioned, not a lot of whistles so far tonight from Benjamin Meyer. Although Harry Watling thinks maybe there should have been a few more. Chipped long. Tabordataka trying to bring it down. Might have been some contact, but offside on the first attempt.
Well, he also was doing his best Rocket impression.
It's harder than it looks.
It really is. I mean, I've tried it, and I've been on the sidelines for about 6 months.
Well, not everyone can pull off the sparkles, but Tabordataka came close.
It's getting to be that time of the year.
Green dropping it back up the line for Kuda Pietro. Could hear Watling barking instructions on the sideline. Part of a footballing family. His wife, Cara, still a Northern Ireland international, just made the move to Southampton this past off-season. Blasted away by Connor McGlynn. Walgreens proud to support Hartford Athletic in the Changemaker of the Month program. Nominate someone making a difference in your community. They can be recognized as a Changemaker of the Month. Go to hartfordathletic.com/COTM to learn more. Stadium just renovated a couple of years ago. Been around since 1935, just on the banks of the Connecticut River. In fact, out there you see the highway, just about a long punt on the other side. You'll be splashing in the water. A couple years ago, put in the field turf, which still looks in good shape. Holds about 5,500 now with the revised capacity. But there's a lot of history. We were talking about it before the match.
Yeah, we were. The Hartford Centennials. Of the
Bicentennials.
Bicentennials, thank you. Of the original NASL. And I think that name came because I think that franchise started in 1976.
That is correct. And U.S. Soccer even played here before that. U.S. Rugby played here a few times. Although, if you live in the area, you probably are used to traveling to some pretty big name concerts here at Dillon Stadium. Rolling Stones, Grateful Dead, The Doors, yes, even David, Carlos Santana pulling out the guitar a couple of times. Hard hit on the turf, and the trainer coming out.
Kuda Pietro, who really took a shot. We see it here, throw in, gets on the ball, and then the charge in. Cardona really knocking him down, and it'll be interesting to see once they do the protocol if he stays in this game.
Didn't look to be a head-to-head. Maybe
it wasn't. It was more of a shoulder
maybe
to
a little
shoulder.
whiplash, but
Cardona just came in strong, and so the 22-year-old from San Juan really just laid a lick on him. It was, as you were running through, Phil, all of the great concerts that have been in this stadium, you think about Hartford, you think about the Whalers. Maybe Cardona wants to slap on the skates and bring back the Whalers.
I kind of have a feeling Kuda Pietro's hearing a little brass bonanza at the moment.
Now, if this was in New Orleans and you were talking about the Radiators playing at Tipitino's, that would be the right tune that he would have been hearing in his ear.
16-year-old Clark passing it out to this near side. Pietro still out there, just a little rattled perhaps. Again, one of those lessons you have to learn as a youngster. Always got to be prepared for the footsteps.
Always have to have your head on a swivel, eyes in the back of your head.
Apollon. Pietro had eyes in the back of his head there. Touched back for good eye, the Virginia-born El Salvador international. By the way, talked about that a couple of times. Good eye for Loudoun and Martinez, the California-born El Salvadoreño for Hartford Athletic. Hugo Perez has been busy. And boy, have they been playing some exciting soccer. Rolled through by Garay. Out to the far flank. Xavier O'Neal cuts back inside. Slots it in. Bolivar got around Tulu. Couldn't get to goal, so they'll sweep it around and try it again. Crossed in, a little high. Cleared O'Neal. Cleared the fingertips of Caldwell, but just couldn't scrape under the crossbar.
This shot on goal is a lot closer than it looked in real time. Just touches the top of the bar, but if he takes the shot maybe from a little farther out, maybe that one slips right under it. Loudoun has done a great job of bringing the ball vertically, going from left to right. The trick is when they get into the final third, when they get around the goal, the angle hasn't been there, Phil. They've been taking it from strange places. Actually thought that he was going to pass rather than take the shot on that.
15 minutes left to go in this opening half. Still no score. That's a little bit unexpected. There's been at least one goal in the first half for each of these teams in their last 10 games. But to this point, scoreless, of course.
Scoring opportunities have been better for the visitors. I think the home team right now is more of take what they're given, where Loudoun is a little bit more dictating the pace, as we see Hack slow to get up.
Again, loaned over by NYC, Brooklyn-born U.S. Youth International. Good control by Obregon. Drags it across, gets taken down by Hanan Uso, and a free kick right in the center of the park.
So this makes things really interesting because this is Green just went into the book. The reaction. So the takedown, and then it was the reaction, and Green getting it for dissension on a play that he really, there it is right there, just a little push and
for delay as he pushes the ball away, a little petulant, and again for a club that's trying to produce professionals, that's one that's not going to go over too well.
Yeah, that's a composure issue right there.
And especially if a second yellow comes late, that could come back to haunt.
Especially for a center back. It's cards like that that make the manager's job difficult because you've got to make potentially a defensive change where you don't want to.
Ball touched back, a little trickery, and rifled off the post and in. It looked like he was going to be Obregon, but instead the back heel and the shot coming, I think it's Connor McGlynn from about 30 yards out, and it pings off the post and in.
How fun is this setup right here on this set piece? A little bit everything. McGlynn gets the goal, pushes back and pushes right through the wall, gets a kiss off of the upright. Forta can't jump there in time. And it finds the side of the net.
The 23-year-old McGlynn, Queens native. His younger brother, Jack, actually playing up with the Philadelphia Union. Part of that BW Gotchi, and he got them And you can hear a little brass bonanza with that Whalers history in the background. So the early goal here in the first, and Hartford Athletic with the lead.
That was just flat out fun. And we go back to the point that you made, Phil, just a few minutes ago. Both of these teams used to scoring in the first half. We hadn't had it, but in the 33rd minute, that's exactly what Athletic does.
And again, that's one of those that they have fun with on the playground that finally turns good on the field. Trying to cut to the inside. Obregon blasting it forward with the clearance to the far flank. J Restaurant, proud to support Hartford Athletic. Visit J Restaurant at 297 Washington Street in Hartford for their special Hartford Athletic Booze Nanza drink. Show your game day ticket and receive 10% off your order.
Hopkins in a foot race gets taken down. So now Loudoun is going to have a set piece opportunity from a similar position. Hopkins showing a little bit of speed, was trying to split between defenders. And now let's see what Loudoun can draw up in the sand.
Four men in the wall. Lurking is Nanan Husso.
Yeah, you go back to that Hartford set piece, it's like they took out the bottle caps.
Samake with the left foot, but he'll leave it blasted low, slapped away by Caldwell, and he gets some help from his captain, Barrera. A good free kick, but well handled by Caldwell.
And this is why I totally believe that rebounds should be a stat in this game. And you just see punched away. The rebound is there. It was a strange hop.
Nanano so might have had more time than he thought.
I think he rushed it just enough. If he had been a little bit more patient, this might be a tie game.
Well, 1-0 for Hartford. Loudoun almost responds in kind. Touch to the near side for Jacob Green.
But to answer a goal like that with a good run by Hopkins and then an outstanding effort on a set piece, that's what you want to see once you're scored on. And for them to come back and put together that type of exchange is encouraging. The only thing, obviously, that would have been better was equalizing.
Good eye tripped up. Free kick right near midfield. AARP Connecticut proud to support Hartford Athletic, welcoming fans to visit aarp.org/CT events to learn more about upcoming virtual events. The events are fun, informational, and free to people of all ages. aarp.org/CT events.
Do not believe that anybody on the pitch, either on the pitch or on the sidelines, has an AARP card.
Well, maybe their grandparents.
Well, everybody in this booth has an AARP card.
Samake harassed by Hack. Back to the middle, just got away. The goal scorer McGlynn pokes it free, but Ada can't get there before Loudoun United comes back with it. Well, even though they trail, I think Ryan Martin has to like what the kids are doing so far. As you pointed out, they've caused more headaches than the hosts, but on the scoreboard, it's Hartford Athletic that's leading.
Loudoun coming into this game, I said they have to be road warriors. They have been the better team on the evening. Soccer is a beautiful game. It's also a cruel game.
Ball through the middle, trying to find an opening. Kabordataka can't get the shot away, and it's cleared to safety before they can get to the rebound.
Third opportunity to go right at Forda. Third time they have failed to pull the trigger on a shot fast enough. This is what Hartford needs to talk about when they go to the dressing room, is they need to pull the trigger on their shots faster. They're waiting too long. They're getting too close. They're drawing too much attention from the defense. They got to let it fly quicker. For Loudoun on the other side, when they get into the final third, when they get near the box, they need to be more precise on their passing to create more scoring opportunities.
Hartford Athletic would like to extend a special thanks to our partners Jim Beam Bourbon and Hornitos Plata Tequila. That sounds pretty good around halftime. 40 minutes in, 1-0 Hartford. A moment later, Loudoun with a chance to equalize, but the shot screwed wide. No foul on Tulu. Hartford regathers and regroups.
Hartford has shown the maturity that they have in this game.
Takedown in the center circle. This time the foul does go Loudoun United's way.
I think one of the big things we've seen so far in this game that has made the difference is Loudoun needs to be more. So Loudoun needs to be a little bit more deliberate. They've been a little bit more reactionary than they should be. If they can be a little bit more deliberate, just like that, good things can happen.
Ball sails long, pulling his hands away at the last moment. Jeff Caldwell earlier talked about the wind being a factor. Now it looks like the rain has joined. Temperature now in the upper 60s, 15-mile-an-hour winds and encouraging gusts of rain to go with it.
But this is the type of conditions that players like to play in. Maybe not so much driving rain, not necessarily when it's cold, but Phil, players love to play on wet tracks.
That arm's going to get kind of heavy for Tabor-de-Taca, though. Hartford Athletic proud to partner with CLA, creating opportunities through your organization's entire life cycle, providing a seamless suite of services in wealth management, advisory, outsourcing, audit, tax, and consulting. Learn more, cla.connect.com. Wind whipping in, the river off to that far side. Kept in play by Athletic. Whipped into the middle again. Down goes Obregon, it appears. And now offside. Tabor-de-Taca coming in from the right flank, but a little too early. Fans scrambling for whatever cover they can find.
Keep in mind, for everyone watching at home here on ESPN Plus, which obviously you are, we will continue to play as long as there's no lightning in the area. Rain does not play a factor. You see that the ball is a little heavy, and in addition to some of those black little pieces that hold down the artificial turf, you're starting to see a trail behind the ball when it's on the ground. That obviously is water. Players love when the pitch is wet.
By the way, just checking out the weather radar, looks like it might be a bit more rain before this one is over, but the heavy stuff coming through just a few moments ago. Now still some traces. Tabor-de-Taca cutting to the 18. Taken down as he cuts around Dambrot. But the hand pointed for a goal kick, not a penalty. That's going to be worth another look.
So we're going to look at this one. Working into the box.
That looks like contact.
I would have pointed at the spot in that, but I don't have Barbasol and I don't have a whistle. Talking about the weather right now, and you were just looking, Phil, at the radar, and you know, I quoted Elton John at the beginning of the show. I was about to quote Carl Spackler. I don't think the heavy stuff is going to come down for quite some time.
Well, so far the Gophers, the Golfers, all in good shape right now. Hartford Athletic as well, although with this wind and wet conditions, could be a sloppy mistake before the 90 minutes is over. 90 seconds left to go in regulation for the first half. Ball played long and now cleared away. Be sure to share your matchday smiles. Take a photo in your Hartford athletic gear with the hashtag #MatchdaySmiles. Tag @Delta Dental to be entered in a contest to win VIP experiences at Dillon Stadium.
For Loudoun right now, they just want to create at least one more scoring opportunity before the half. It would be a big lift if they can go into the dressing room tied at 1 apiece. The whistle will stop that opportunity.
Rain still trickling down a bit at Dillon Stadium. Coup de Pietro still down. Hartford pushing forward, looking for a second if they can before the break. Hack in the middle at the top of the 18, but the ball sails long. Juan Carlos Obregon tracking it down, the Hunter and Youth International. Back to Apollon. Quick feet. They know they wants to get to the goal line. Gets the crosser across the 6, but unmet. Martinez giving chase far side. Outside of the boot. Maisamake. And that one sails just outside. So regulation for this opening half is done, and you see the 2 minutes on the board. Rio Vineyard stoppage time, 2 minutes of stoppage time to play in the opening half.
I think at this point in the game, you're starting to see Hartford positioning themselves as the better team on this pitch. They haven't been necessarily the best team throughout the better part of the half, but now up a goal, having a little bit more control, a little bit more confidence. Loudoun slowing the pace down a little bit when they have the ball. And this game so far is playing exactly the way Hartford wants it to.
Ball threaded into the 18, played across the face of goal. Obregon sticking out his left foot, but it flashes past. And that was narrowly close to a second against Forda.
Obregon may very well have nightmares tonight on what could have been his 11th on the season.
10 goals so far this season with a 23-year-old. And he's had a couple of opportunities to add to that here in the first. Tabordataka, who's probably been the most dangerous man, but ran out of real estate on the slick turf. First half with about 30 seconds of regulation remaining. Looking to win their 5th straight against United. One good note, I'm sure that Harry Watling will be stressing in the dressing room. This will be the first clean sheet at the break in their last 6 games.
Another great opportunity for Loudoun towards the end of the half, but sending the ball past the touchline is not what they need to do. Their passes have to be sharper and on point in the second half.
And the burst from the referee's whistle ending this first half of play. It was the 33rd minute free kick from Connor McGlynn, the difference as Hartford Athletic walks off with a 1-0 lead at the half.
Yeah, McGlynn just with a beautiful set-piece goal. They're going to be talking about that in the locker room. Hartford going to the break 1-0. Loudoun has to regroup, figure out a way to play 45 minutes the way they did the first 25.
Hartford might also be a little bit focused on Loudoun United's near equalizer moments later, but the Green holding on to the lead at the half.
Welcome back. Your halftime USL Championship festivities are brought to you by no one, because no one wants to sponsor the dish for some reason. Week 26 in the USL Championship starts us off at El Paso Locomotive and Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. It's just a mouthful to say, but it's more of a mouthful to talk about what went on in this game. All the talk was about Haji Berry. Why? Because that's his 25th goal in the USL Championship season in 2021. Tied the USL Championship all-time record with Cameron Lancaster in 2018. The response, El Paso Locomotive. Ricardo Zacharias off the ball from Nick Ross. Set piece opportunities galore. Shocking, it ends up in the back of the net. Deshane Beckford. See, it's not just Barry, it's Beckford. And Bears beats Battlestars Galactica 2-1 Colorado Springs. Let's go the other direction. Macca King. How does he do it? No, honestly, how does he do it? Because he's getting pulled down to the ground. He's getting whipped down to the ground. Puts his game down, flips it, reverse it. We're at 2-2. June 12th, September 15th, October 2nd. What's the difference with all those? There is no difference. They're all draws. Oh, wait, that's 3-2. El Paso Locomotive. Lucho. And then Lucho Soliniak to the youngster, Diego Luna, who can't drive, can barely vote, certainly can't drink alcohol, but he can score bangers. 4-2. El Paso Locomotive sits atop the mountain. I've heard that before. We've said it before. What about the Tampa Bay Rowdies? Little midweek stumble. What does it look like in the next time that they step up? It doesn't look good. Some kind of ball played through by Omar So. Luther Archimedes, 1-0. The reigning Eastern Conference champs are on the ropes. At Al Lang, oh my goodness. Our pets' heads are falling off. The world's falling apart. And then Sebastian Dalgard. So you put him down in the channel, you play a great ball back across, and what a finish. The game winner by Juan Castillo. But it's the wrong net. That's called an own goal. That's called a draw. That's called 1 point. For the first time this season, Rowdies draw at home. See ya.
Today, as you step onto the field, you step into your purpose. You step strong. You step hard. Con toda la fuerza de mujer. You step up.
Hey y'all, can we change up the chores?
Sorry, it's up to the wheel, man.
Oh yeah?
Hey, change the channel back.
Sorry, it's up to the wheel.
I am a first-generation student here at Bellevue University. I feel like if I were to have gone to a different university, my experience would have been a lot more stressful and overwhelming, because I feel like I wouldn't have gotten that personal experience that Bellevue University has to offer.
Around it comes Fox. Solignat, the back heel in! What a goal!
Luna is shot into the back goal.
Kuramoto has won it for OKC Energy FC. Oh, that is a brilliant goal from the substitute.
Today, as you step onto the field, you step into your purpose. You step strong. You step hard. Con toda la fuerza de mujer. You step up.
Your favorite craft beer festival coming to Dillon Stadium. Register now for the Small State Great Beer Festival for unlimited tastings, best food trucks, and awesome live music. Learn more and register hartfordathletic.com/SSGB. Well, let's take a few slash looks at what's been going on in the USL world, and this top one, a very interesting one. Longtime FIFA and MLS executive Amanda Vandervoort Now taking over, USL's Super League president with the Women's League kicking off in 2023.
Yeah, very exciting for USL, setting up not one but two different women's leagues, and Amanda certainly knowing this game very, very well. She should be just an exciting and exceptional executive for the Women's League.
Meanwhile, Danny Cruz stepping into the hot seat with Louisville City and has responded well. So not only in the race for a title, but now a multi-year contract as their permanent head coach. The Clear Audio Player of the Week, Tacoma Defiance forward Samuel Adeniran with a hat trick in their 4-1 win over Orange County. Here's the scoreboard. What's been going on? Action yesterday as Red Bulls 2 unable to get the victory against Tampa Bay. Not a lot of goals in the action tonight. Atlanta United with a lead against Memphis. Charlotte with the lead against Charleston. And by the way, that would eliminate Charleston, and the top four from the Atlantic would be known. Indy and Louisville still scoreless. Miami and Pittsburgh as well.
Yeah, so the upcoming schedule for championship. The aforementioned Charleston Battery will host the LA Galaxy on Wednesday night at 7. The Red Bulls in this Loudoun team will also battle on Wednesday night at 7. 7:30, it will be that battle from I-75, the Tampa Bay Rowdies hosting Miami FC. And then on Friday, this Hartford athletic team will be back at home hosting the Independents.
USL Championship play continuing as we work our way towards the postseason. Hartford Athletic with the 1-0 lead, and you'll want to see how they got it. Loudoun United with another 45 minutes to fight back. It's 1-0 at Fortress Hartford.
Hey, want a beer?
Young man, say aye to the blandest lager in all the kingdom.
It's the beer that everyone else is drinking.
Heavy and full-bodied, just like me.
How about a Beaming Ginger Highball instead?
Yeah, definitely. Much better.
We don't just protect things. We help protect the life you've built around them. Travelers, it's better under the umbrella.
Well, the rain drifting away. Might see a bit more before the 90 minutes are up. And the fans who have braved the weather had to like what they saw. Take a look at the first half action, 12 minutes in. It was the visitors from Loudoun United on the attack. The youngster Hopkins, ball sweeps across far side. Xavier O'Neal coming close.
And it all starts with that Hopkins back heel, that shot off the woodwork. Disappointing that Loudoun wasn't able to break through.
And then here a golden chance off the boot of Hack that leads to the break. Good stop by Forda, and it's cleared away.
Hartford had talked about it throughout the first half, just taking too long to take their shots in the run of play.
And then here, a little collision by Nanan Husso led to the free kick, and there a bit of trickery.
Absolutely beautiful, beautiful set piece right through the wall. McGlynn breaking it through, his 5th on the season in the 33rd.
Moments later, though, another free kick. This one, by Bolivar, and the rebound falls for Nanan Husso, but he can't find the net.
Yeah, disappointing. That ball was just kind of an in-between hop, and he wasn't able to put it on frame.
So, another opportunity for Barrera leading the break. Taboretaka into the area, but he can't get the shot away cleanly. Jermaine Porta with the stop. So 1-0 at the break. As you see, 10 shots evenly split, but 4 of the 5 for the hosts on frame. And Loudoun United maybe just a bit more killer instinct away from getting back in this one.
62% to 38 on possession, but the only stat that ever matters is the one up top. 1-0 after 45 plus 2.
1-0 the score in a pre-second half huddle for the Big Green. If you're listening in to the reverberations from the dressing room, for Harry Watling, would he be more focused on what went well or what almost went poorly?
I think he has to focus on both. Well, number one, celebrate the great set piece by McGlynn, but also address the fact that the opportunities are there, but they're waiting too long to take the shot. If they just go down there, stop trying to be too fancy, just continue to put the ball on frame, good things are going to happen. On the other side, Ryan Martin needs to figure out a way for his team not to break down when they get in and around the 18.
No changes to start this second half. The Green switch around and defend the fortress towards the left. There's Tulu. Walid Yakubu, the Israeli-born Togo international. Although for all of that on the passport, grew up in nearby Maryland. Long ball bounces up and over Walman Martinez into the corner. Samake trying to defend, and he does draw the foul.
Hartford so organized defensively, not breaking down, not losing assignments, not losing sight of who has the ball. On the other side, it's a little bit more helter-skelter for Loudoun when Hartford gets into the final third, creating opportunities that they haven't been able to take advantage of on the run of play. But nonetheless, this game at 1-0. Hartford exactly where they want to be. Loudoun has opportunities. They need to figure out how to capitalize.
Chance here for Hartford. Martinez, fresh from a trio of El Salvador games in CONCACAF play. Hack does well. Into the middle on the doorstep. Forta getting a fortunate bounce. Obregon could not handle it. And a golden opportunity to double their margin tarnished on the doorstep.
Great work by Hack to stay on his feet. Center. Can't turn around. Second time in this game that Obregon has been inside the 6 and unable to capitalize.
The 16-year-old Jace Clark got handcuffed, and instead of clearing it away, the deflection went right to the feet of Obregon, and Loudoun United has to consider themselves fortunate not to be trailing by 2. Ball curls down, but it had already gone over the sideline. Good look at Ryan Martin with that white cap in the area. Again, mentioned his time at Wake Forest, was a assistant at Cincinnati early on, back in his home state. Of course, his dad, Jay Martin, the most successful college coach of all time, approaching the 800 win mark. A few ahead of his son, but
his son has time.
Into the middle, Hack. Over to the near side, Boudadi trickles away for the Hartford throw. 10-4 and 14. And those 14 defeats will be an issue. There's a good look at Martin. 4-3-20 for Loudoun United, but again, their job is to produce talent. Nice work by Hack, sending it across. Tabor-Ataka actually got a touch, but it might have taken it away from a better opportunity by Barrera.
Hack with that hairstyle, he could have played for the Bicentennials in 1976. Could have played for them, and then the next day seen the Stones here at Dillon.
I was going to say could have played for the Stones, and maybe the Grateful Dead at that. Into the middle, Garay. Ball down the line, dummied through by Hopkins, but Bolivar wasn't ready. Cardona scrambles over to get it. Obregon back into the midfield, but it's gifted away. Loudoun United now on the break. Pushing it forward, trailing run Hopkins if they can find him! And his shot blocked by Big Tulu. Otherwise, it might have been nestling in the net.
Beautiful run from right to left. Everything went right, but the ball was ricocheted away. That is the way that you draw up an attack.
Hopkins out wide. Nanan Uso into the middle. Samake couldn't get it. Hopkins scrambles to the bouncing ball, but sends it wide. And this one very close to an equalizer.
Great build-up, outstanding pass. Pushes it up into the middle, right on it, and then pushes it back, the trailing pass. Hopkins with a great look. Outstanding defense to keep it a 1-0 game.
O'Neal with a good ball to Kuda Pietro, who dropped it back into the path of Hopkins. But it was the veteran Jacobo who denied. Now down into the other area, Tabor-Ataka getting tangled, and he'll be the one whistled for the foul. Don't miss our next home match right here at Dillon Stadium on October 22nd at 7. Go to hartfordathletic.com for tickets and more information. Ball rolling. They'll have to do it again. 3 matches left for Hartford after this. Talked about that Charlotte Independence match, then the Charleston Battery. So this the first of 3 before they close shop at Pittsburgh. A whistle and a foul, free kick for Loudoun, and reaching for his pocket, Meyer. It will be our second card of the match. And it's Nico Cardona asking, what, me?
That coming in the 51st. And we get to take a look how he ended up in Meyer's book. Ball over the top. And just a little touch from behind. Sometimes you just call that rubbing his racing.
4 matches left for Loudoun United before they pack the bags away. On the road at New York, then welcoming Tampa at Charlotte, and then closing shop against Red Bulls 2 on Saturday the 30th. Might not seem like much, but with a young team that's still learning the ropes, had a 5-game stretch where they were outscored 24-5. But then, in the last 2 matches, they got a victory against Miami FC when they were down a man, and actually had a 2-0 lead against Hartford before they fell 3-2. McGlenn looks like he went in the book and trying to figure out why. Maybe standing a little too close to the free kick, but he's in disbelief.
So he gets the goal in the 33rd, goes into the book in the 52nd.
Looking to sweep it in, Samake instead finds a little pass. Got away from him. McGlynn goes down to sweep it away.
Yeah, a little bit of a heavy touch. Took a great opportunity away.
Garay in for Bolivar. Hanging it high over Bolivar, carries to the back post, but doesn't stay in play, and a wasted opportunity for Loudoun. Hartford Athletic would like to thank the law offices of Crescenzo DeLuca, serving Wethersfield, Greater Hartford, and Connecticut with 41 years of experience in immigration and general practice law. Cross for Jacobo. Udadi. Hack. Not a bad idea, but a blind pass not always rewarded. One back in the midfield by McGlynn. Long switch. Martinez brings it down. Barrera at the edge of the area. Nice work by the veteran. Might have reached back and slapped down Nanan Husso. No foul. Crossed in for Tabor Taka, and his header off target. Substitution coming up, but let's take a look at that near second.
Ball being pulled back. Player going down, and then the pass into the box and just headed away.
And as you can see, change coming in. Tonight's substitutions brought to you by 4G Recycling. Tabor Taka exits, and checking into the match is Derek Dodson, on loan from Orlando City.
Only his second game on the season. He was the 8th overall pick in the 21 Super Draft. Played his college ball at Georgetown.
Talked about how Tabor Taka might be handicapped literally by that big cast, but he was one of the most dangerous players from the start. Let's see what Dodson can do. Barrera scooping it wide for Budadi. A little chip back, but Budadi again not quite on the same page.
He hasn't really been involved in this game on that right fullback position. Played at Reno 1868 previously. Meyer stopping play. Loudoun now with possession. Just has to find ways to string together passes. They just, especially in the second half, Phil, just turning the ball over too easily, making the second half much easier for Hartford to nurse this lead.
Saw it there on that last pass with a little slip by Bolivar. Looks like Loudoun United about ready to make their first change. Touched into the middle. Clark sweeping it wide. Launched in by Green. Diving header by Tulu back out wide. And Garay will bring it down.
Tulu, one of those guys for Hartford that is really just held down the center.
Hopkins doing well to the middle, but he looked to find the shot and the ball kept popping up on him. Hartford maybe a bit fortunate. Hack again, looking long, dropping it over the shoulder of Obregon. The 16-year-old Clark tracking back. Obregon to the goal line, but the angle too tight.
Great counterattack. Obregon just too much off to the side to do anything with that shot, but who was the guy that got everything started on the other side? Tulu.
Applauding the effort on the sideline, Harry Watling tackled into the stands near side. Dodson checking in for Hartford, but spent much of the last 4 years down in Loudoun territory playing for the Hoyas of Georgetown.
32 goals in 72 games for Georgetown.
Let's see what he can do. Maybe a bit more of an out-and-out attacker, but it looks like they've moved Obregon even more up front. Barrera as well, so Dodson out there to do some running. Switching fields. Bolivar, the Venezuelan. Gentle touch. Tries to get past 3 defenders.
And Bolivar has been very quiet on the evening. Guy that we highlighted Had a goal on Wednesday night against Hartford. Really has been taken out of this game.
Now back across for Nanan Husseau. Gambrot, the defender, pushing into the 18 to the goal line, staying with him stride for stride, Budali, but it will be a corner kick for the visitors.
And we have not seen many corners on this game. So O'Neal coming out.
Hopkins as well, so the two 17-year-olds will exit. And some veterans taking their place. Dar Luis Paz from Venezuela. And Giovanni Montedioco. Again, substitutes brought to you by 4G Recycling. Out wide, and McGlynn a bit off balance. Well played by Obregon, but as he was trying to hold off the defender, the elbow came out, and he'll go in the book.
That coming in the 60th minute. And he's not happy about that one. We take another look. Trying to come back to the ball. The elbow. And what was not probably seen by Meyer is you had Jacob Green tugging on the jersey.
And that is what Obregon was arguing about. Into the area, Hack sweeps it all the way across, and it will carry into touch. Hartford Athletic proud to team with local health plan Connecticut to support food security in Connecticut. Connecticut celebrating 40 years of caring for the health of our communities. So the two new players, Giovanni Montes de Oca, the 23-year-old from Dallas, an ex-Tar Heel, in his first season with Loudoun after spending some time with Denton, who had a pretty good run last year. Cut to the inside, but dispossessed. The other player that just entered, Dar Luis Paz, the Maracaibo-born winger, also from La Guaira, same team that produced Bolivar. Trying to take it to the goal line, Obregon, and he's not going to get the call.
Defense was absolutely outstanding. Obregon having no opportunity to cut into the left, just ran out of real estate.
Trying to thread the needle, and they do. Swept to the top of the 18, but Hack the only man around, and the citizen on loan able to maintain possession. Good numbers forward from Loudoun United. Tulu getting it out of danger, though. Here's Barrera from the left. A little spin that will take it wide. Will it hold? Good run by Dodson to the corner, and he'll have to settle for the throw.
Good job by Jace Clark.
And it looks like they are going to have the trainers come out. Jace Clark, the 16-year-old, just seems gassed.
He did a great job of running towards the touchline to usher that out of play, and he might have paid for the effort.
Hartford Athletic would like to thank Nuovo Pasta, Connecticut, Stop and Shop, and Citizens Bank for supporting our Goals for Meals program. For every Hartford Athletic goal this year, these partners donate meals to Food Share Connecticut. And the goal from Connor McGlynn will put a little bit more food on the table. And it looks like he might be ready to come out. Luca Perpa, the playmaking midfielder on the sideline, ready to check in.
Good to see the 16-year-old up and moving.
Whereas back in those days, you could play 2 games a day.
At 16 years old, isn't that what you're supposed to do? At 16 years old, weren't you supposed to just basically jump on your bike, go to the park, play all day, and make sure that you got home before it got dark? Or was that?
It looks like there's 2 subs checking in. And here they come. Substitutions brought to you by 4G Recycling. And it will be McGlynn coming out and Luca Perpa checking in. And the other substitute will be Walmer Martinez, the El Salvador international, exiting. Take a look at McGlynn's difference maker.
McGlynn through the wall on the set piece, kisses off of the woodwork, finds the side of the net. Only goal we've had so far, and he checks out, and Perpa coming in, that in the 64th. Also Martinez checking out, and Elney coming in. Martinez not really a factor in this game at all.
Luca Perpa, the Milwaukee-born midfielder. Meanwhile, from Boca Raton, the 24-year-old forward Sebastian Elney. Different look from Walmer, so Obregon might get a little bit more help on that front line.
He's come close to getting that 11th of the season. He just hasn't been able to get a clean look at goal.
Chance on the break. Little touch over the tackle by Tulu and a chance through, but Paz denied as he tried to cut the pass too fine.
We've seen that a few times on the evening where Loudoun has come roaring towards goal, but nobody trailing with the ball carrier. And then the opportunity runs into a wall as that Hartford defense has really been solid all evening.
Ball goes out. Westfield Bank proud to support Hartford Athletic, and all they do to make our communities better. Need more convenience from your bank? At Westfield Bank, you can bank your way. Learn more at westfieldbank.com.
Waddling very, very high on Sebastian Elney. He had 2 preseason goals, has only had 3 goals on the season, but he did score the last time out, 28 minutes in for Hartford against this Loudoun club.
Elney, again, a different look on that front line. Born in Boca Raton, but Maryland Terp in his college days, U.S. Youth International, and now a Haitian full international. Going up against his teammate, Ashkenov Apollon. Free kick here. By the way, we see Danny Barrera. Would be remiss not to mention the way he disguised that little pass off the free kick that led to the McGlynn goal. So he will get an assist on that one. His 11th of the season. The only tally of the match midway through the second half.
Set piece opportunity right here for the home team. 3-man wall. And the left foot should make this effort very interesting.
Wait, says Benjamin Meyer as he tries to calm things down in the 18.
I think Pereira is the oldest man on this pitch at 31. Maybe in soccer you can get an AARP card for that.
He's up there with his coach. Ball chipped into the middle, headed past Forda, but it looks like they're going to take it away. Obregon slashing through the middle, but a foul spotted by the ref. Quickly upfield, Loudoun United. Can they get a break? Here's Paz, one-on-one. Paz chips it into the middle and an easy grab by Caldwell. Take another look as Obregon denied by the whistle.
Ball coming in on that set piece.
Elney, who was at the back post, pulling his defender down, but that was 15 yards away, and the ball was headed towards net.
Rather questionable as you see a man down on the other side. Another opportunity on the transition.
Pietro again on the receiving end.
Yeah, he's been a little bumped and bruised throughout the evening. Loudoun having a great opportunity. Second trip down the pitch for Paz with the ball. Held on to it a little too long, left out of real estate, and just was unable to take advantage of a strange angle. And we stay 1-0. Obregon thinking that he had his 11th goal on the season, but that's taken off the board.
Well, they're saying there might have been a collision, so a bit of protocol on this near side as they check things out for Ted Pietro. Back healthy, and he's, especially in the first half, been a factor. Hartford Athletic would like to thank our partner, the Fix IV. Go to thefixivtherapy.com to set up an appointment and learn more about their amazing treatment options. Elney again challenging off the back of the defender, throw in Barrera.
We really haven't seen much aerial game in this one. The ball has stayed on the turf for the majority of the game. Very end-to-end, not a lot of play in the middle.
Bugatti taking his time. Elney slams into Paz to create a little bit of space, but Barrera sweeps it in. This time it is slapped to the corner by Obregon. No whistle, but just wide. Well, they're going to say it was touched, so the corner coming, and tonight's corner kick brought to you by Bank of America.
Another great opportunity. This ball into the middle, fed perfectly, and the header just tipped wide.
Ford been busy. 20 minutes left in regulation in this near finale. First of 3 straight at home for Hartford to celebrate before they close things out on the road against the Riverhounds.
Apollon favoring the ankle.
Oh, maybe the groin, it looks like.
He was holding his ankle, but they're going to work that inner thigh.
Mention just joined the club from NAISA side San Diego back at the end of September, and he has been ever present since. Looks like he might not be able to continue. So Arthur Rogers, the English back, loosening up on the sideline. And Apollon is going to walk off under his own power, but it looks like his day is done. And again, the substitution brought to you by 4G Recycling. Arthur Rogers, the London-born midfielder, converted into a left back. In his second season with Hartford.
So Rogers checks in the 72nd. He had a corner kick against Loudoun on Wednesday night that resulted in an own goal in that Hartford win on the road on Wednesday night.
Ended up being the winner. And again, things have been close. Don't expect this one to be done just yet. Back in June, it took a stoppage time winner, and it took a 3-goal comeback 3 days ago. Into the middle, cleared away. Hack stepping forward, gets a touch. Smart no touch by Cardona, but Barrera brings it down. Loudoun finally gets it out of danger, and here's the Ivorian Samake sending it long. One man back, and it's the substitute Rogers, but they'll let it carry. Nice work by Dodson to cut it out and draw the foul.
Once again, Paz with the ball at his feet and unable to take advantage of it. So the ball will go the other way and belong to Hartford.
Our partner Day Hill Dome holding a fundraiser to support St. Baldrick's Foundation to fight pediatric cancer. To learn more and to support, go to hartfordathletic.com/foundation.
Been really impressed by the way that Hartford has drawn up all of their set pieces throughout the night. You know, you go to a little bit of trickery from McGlynn, obviously results in a goal, but the way that they have been able to lift it up and create heading opportunities has really been fun to watch tonight.
Again, maybe looking ahead to next year, but some promise if they can keep the core of this team together.
There's a couple of kids that would like to play for Hartford in a few years.
Nice turn, Obregon. Touched away by Jace Clark. Deflected all the way back, and Forda will gobble it up. Out wide, Dambro. Soft touch by Nananu Sol. Slapped off the head of Hack on the attempted clearance. I think it was Budadi. And Hack just walking away like it's nothing, but Caldwell glad to grab hold. Final 15 minutes.
Yeah, that ball left a mark on Hack's forehead.
Of course, Hack's forehead might have left a mark on the ball. Rather hard-nosed player, but also very good passing out of the back. Little chip up the line, Hack back at it, intercepts, tries to cut it through. Touched into the middle, and the shot from distance. Barrera coming close, nice work by Pierpup, but no score.
Nice job by Hack to get it into the middle, and then the shot just rises, never comes down. If you're NYCFC and you're watching this game, you're looking at Justin Hack, you're very happy on what this 20-year-old is contributing to Hartford tonight.
Again, those are very vital positions. The ability to win the ball back and get it to the danger man. Ball chipped in a little too close to Forda. Obregon can only dream. Hartford Athletic would like to thank Fresh Bev, the official cocktail mixer of Hartford Athletic. Trickles away from Paz.
Paz has been very, very active since coming into this game in place of O'Neal. He just hasn't been able to control the ball well enough to get clean shots.
Budadi with a circus act on this near side, but no foul throw. However, Obregon could not hold on. Here's Montes de Oca. The Texan sweeps it back. Dambrot through the middle. Coup de Pietro, oh, and taken down, play on. Hard hit Cardona. Loudoun United continues across the top of the 18. Paz again, slips as he shoots, and a slow trickler gobbled up by Caldwell.
Talked about when the rain started how players like to play on slick surfaces, which they do because they like the way that the ball moves. There's the downside to a slick surface, especially on artificial turf. You go to put that plant foot down and you just slip and fall when you're trying to equalize a game.
Nanuso back into the middle, Coup de Pietro. Spots a gap, spots an open Paz. Paz back to his right, looking for an opening, tried to chip it through the forest this time. And it looks like a card to follow on Cardona, but the shot goes wide.
Paz once again getting the ball at his feet, working it towards the middle. By the time he decides to take the shot, there are so many defenders in front of him. He was going to have to bend it better than Beckham if he was going to find the upper 90.
By the way, I think that was some late bookkeeping as Cardona getting a yellow for the earlier challenge. And by the way, we did have him in the book for a caution earlier, but that one apparently rescinded.
That was in the 51st minute. Had that stayed on, this game would have gotten really interesting.
Elney's shot screwed wide.
If Hartford had to play the last 12 minutes down a man, this could have gotten very, very interesting towards the end.
The young legs of Loudoun causing some problems here. Again, mentioned they have never beaten Hartford Athletic in 9 tries, just 1 draw to show for it, but the recent matches have been nail-biting affairs, and tonight, no different. Nanoso out wide.
Hartford has made 4 substitutions on the evening already, only 2 for Loudoun.
Ball in, nice touch, Nanoso. Out wide for Green, tries to get the cross in, but upended by Rogers. It'll be a throw-in just shy of the flag.
Loudoun has the opportunity to make more changes, Phil, but if they do, they only have 1 more window to make a change.
Ball long, trying to cut him off is Clark. Tackle at the edge of the 18 where the 2 players get tangled and Budadi on the wrong end. Again, you do get 5 substitutions still, but you only get 3 in-game opportunities to use them.
The Belgian trying to catch up to this ball, but he's unable to get there before he can center. Jace Clark showing a lot of speed and composure to make sure that that ball didn't get centered.
Corner kick upcoming. And all corners tonight brought to you by Bank of America. Let's see if Hartford can cash this one in.
Pereira has been very, very effective with the in-swinger services.
All the way through the middle, trying to touch it on that back end was Dodson. Hartford maintains possession. And again, partly just playing out the string, but unable to hold on to it. Perpa, long ball forward, and Hack anything but on that play.
Caldwell has been very quiet this evening, and just the way that Hartford wants it to be.
I don't think Harry Watling has used the bench yet. Still standing at the edge of his technical area.
Looks like they're going to make 1 more change.
Down on the sideline for Loudoun United, Nicky Downs. Through ball for Cu de Pietro, but Caldwell got there just in time.
It isn't that the way that it always works? You say that he's not busy at all, and then all of a sudden a shot comes his way.
Hartford Athletic would like to thank our founding partners, Stanley Black & Decker. Still some work to do to get this one done, but the Fortress standing strong. Would be the 7th clean sheet of the season for Caldwell if they can hold on, and it would be their 11th win of the season.
Was just thinking about Stanley Black and Decker. Wouldn't it be great if Hartford went out and found 3 guys? The marketing opportunities there would be incredible.
Long ball flipped over far side. Tucked in for Elney. Looking for an opening for Obregon.
Elney just trying to do a little too much with that pass. The fans that have stayed through the rain have been treated to a very entertaining game, Phil.
And again, full credit to the players. Nothing really to fight for, but both teams coming out here and putting on a good display. Collision as Hack on the receiving end, it appeared, but he's going to be the one whistled by Benjamin Fryer, and United with a free kick at midfield. And now they will make the switch. Brought to you by 4G Recycling. Jace Clark, the 16-year-old center back, coming out. And Nicky Downs, normally a midfielder out of Yale, checking in. And a former Hartford Athletic player himself. But let's see if they drop him to the back line or they roll the dice. Long ball for Cudepietro.
Given the fact that they're down a goal and need the equalizer, do expect that he's going to be middle to top. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. Looks like Loudoun will go with a back line of 3 to try to find a way to get on the board.
25-year-old Downs, a Connecticut native. Sure, he'd love to score in front of his home fans, but goal kick upcoming for Jeff Caldwell.
This has been a very fast-played game, only 2 minutes of stoppage in the first half. Rain started about halfway through the first. We haven't had much time. Even with the substitutions have been very quick. Not anticipating that we're going to have more than maybe 2 or 3 minutes of stoppage in the second.
Slammed up the line. Hartford brings it down, plays it back. Nice work by Cardona. However, his pass leaves a bit to be desired. Downs tracks it down, back to his keeper, Forda.
So Downs looks like he's playing in that same position as Jace Clark, that right fullback position. Surprised that he's not farther up. They don't need to defend the fort, they need to knock it down.
Good eye on the wrong end of the whistle. Hartford Athletic would like to expend a special thanks to our partner, Cone Resnick. 1-0 the score, 5 minutes left in regulation time. Up the middle, Obregon giving chase. Forda, not sure why, maybe afraid of rolling out of the area. Clears it, and Hartford now with a chance on the throw. Nice turn by Dodson. Cleared away off Boudadi's cross. Another throw in for Hartford, and no time or no reason not to take their time. Dodson for Boudadi. And was it touched? Watling thinks so. The referee does not. It'll be a throw in for Loudoun United. Difficult ball back. Forda watching it go wide. And now Downs looking upfield.
Still time for Loudoun in this one. They just got to keep the ball on the ground, go station to station, find the ball in the middle of the pitch and take an opportunity on Caldwell. They just haven't been able to put those passes together yet. When they have, they have lacked the fortitude to get the shot off, and Hack knocked down once again.
Hack, though, coming through the back of Nanano So. Referee spots it. And it's not just a free kick, but it will be a caution against the Brooklyn kid.
That in the 87th minute. And that's the 4th card on Hartford tonight. You see the ball just sliding in. Hack just a little bit behind the play.
So free kick about 25 yards out. It was
McGlynn
back
got
in the 33rd. McGlynn with the free kick goal. Loudoun almost equalized a couple moments later.
And then McGlynn gets the card in the 52nd and gets lifted in the 64th. And here's a chance, might be the last chance for Loudoun to equalize. And from this distance and this angle, could go right at it.
4 men in the wall. Cheating to his left is Caldwell. The right foot of Giovanni Bolivar just up and over the crossbar.
Like the idea, like the look, like the guts, the 19-year-old. If this dips, it's 1-1. Just didn't quite curl as much. It dips, but it dips late. but I like the aggressiveness of going for the equalizer.
88th minute. Hartford Athletic proud to team up with Stop and Shop in all our community efforts as we work year-round in the fight against food insecurity. Throw in. Jacob Green on that far flank. Hack stepping in, but deflected away. Another throw in, and Hartford can take their time.
I know that McGlynn got the goal, and it was a beautiful goal, but you look around this Hartford team and you wonder who really is the player of the evening, Hack or Tulu?
Coming across Obregon, but the shot sails away. Hack involved on both ends of the play. Hard to go against him. Tulu, though, an anchor on that back line. By the way, 1 point, if this score holds, as a shot just up and over, another golden opportunity from tight range by Hartford. Charleston getting pounded, so Hartford will actually jump up to 5th in the table if this score holds.
And I believe that will also assist Miami FC in what they're trying to accomplish this season.
And Miami and Pittsburgh still scoreless down in Miami. Pittsburgh, of course, the team that Hartford closes out with. Ball touched wide by Elney. Obregon with Perpa in the middle, tries to cut. The shot falls for Elney, but he can't blast it home. For another save.
Yeah, I think that Elney didn't expect that this ball was even going to land at his feet. Didn't put a lot on that shot.
To added time we go. 4 minutes added. Brignoles Vineyard stoppage time. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Let's see if either of these teams can pop the cork again.
Been a barrage of scoring opportunities for Hartford in the last couple of minutes.
Shot off the left foot, parried by Tulu. Well, they brought up the drawbridges. Hartford Athletic trying their best to defend. Offside the call. And a sloppy play by Loudoun United gives Hartford a chance to catch their breath.
And that's a good thing for Loudoun, who just really had to weather a lot of scoring opportunities by Hartford, one after another to close out the original 90, and then to go back and have a scoring opportunity on the other side. Ryan Martin might not get the win, but there are little glimmers of hope in the way that Loudoun has played tonight.
Ball bounces through. Forta will grab it. 3 more minutes of added time remain. 25 shots in this match, even if there has only been the 1 goal. So not for a lack of trying.
Well, I think for Loudoun, you look at this game and you take away that set piece by McGlynn in the 33rd minute. They have not given up a goal against Hartford in the run of play, despite the fact that Hartford has had some really great scoring opportunities.
Tulu blasting it back towards midfield. Dambrot brings it down. Samake walks the line, Paz to the inside. Eludes the challenge, but not the second. Good tackle, Boudadi. Cleared to midfield, but they can't find Obregon on the break. 2 minutes remain. Good eye. Get to the ball, screams Watling. Overlap is on. Nanan Husso into the corner, and they'll have to settle for the throw. Again, a lot for both teams to appreciate, but at the moment, the 3 points belong to Athletic. Can they hold on? Coup de Pietro. Sneaks it in. Nanan Husso in for Paz. Deflects top of the 18. And the shot screwed wide. Goal kick for Hartford.
Really would love for Paz to be more aggressive in terms of his finishing. The ball is there. He waits on it. He was trying to weight on it to get it to that favorite right foot if he had just taken a rip with the left foot. And Caldwell will now take his time, as all he's trying to do is nurse the clock. He'll kick this one away, and I do anticipate that if Hartford can get on the ball, they're just going to take it to the corner.
Ball flicked on down the line, but a little too tight to the chalk. So about 30 seconds left, and one more last gasp from Loudoun. Well, the kids are all right, but they got a bit of a bloody nose tonight at Dillon Stadium. And for Hartford Athletics, some more to build on as what's been a strong close to the 2021 campaign. Paz sweeps it across. Back over for Dambrot. Wide for Nanan Uso. Top of the 18. Poor clearance by Perpa. Now he'll get a second chance to blast it away, and that might well do it. Well off his line for they'll bring it down, but the curtain falls as well. The goal from McGlynn just after the half-hour mark. Enough for Hartford Athletic, and you could see the bruised and battered Justin Hack showing how hard this one was.
Hack, Tulu, both of them sacrificing their bodies throughout the evening. A 1-0 affair, but for Hartford, they are absolutely perfect against Loudoun. Now 9 wins and a draw against no losses.
So the first half goal, the only tally, but not for a lack of trying. Hartford grabs its 11th win on the year, its 6th at home, as they edge Loudoun United, and still perfect against the red and black. What a busy night. Don't miss the next home match right here at Dillon Stadium on October 22nd at 7. Go to hartfordathletic.com for tickets and more information. Charlotte Independence and then the Charleston Battery to close out the home campaign. Harry Watling giving his team its just rewards. Let's take a look back at how they get the 3 points, Bruce.
12th minute. Opportunity, the little back heel pass, centered in. Great opportunity here. The volley just hits the bar and goes to the left. One of the few scoring opportunities on the evening, but here is where the magic happens. McGlynn, beautiful, kisses off of the bar, finds the side of the net. 1-0. That is the only scoring we needed on the evening.
Chance here to maybe equalize. Loudoun United with the chance from Bolivar, and on the doorstep, Nanan Uso, but he missed the door.
And Caldwell ushers it away. the only time he was really pulled into activity tonight.
Now down the other way as they look for the equalizer. Cuda Pietro, an impressive performance, finding the youngster Hopkins denied.
Jackson Hopkins, very impressive effort throughout the evening for the 17-year-old.
Take a look at the statistics. As we mentioned, a lot of shots, 28, but for Loudoun United, just 1 of their 13 on target. Did have almost twice as many passes as Hartford, who were defending the lead. Talked about it being a good end of the season run for Hartford. 3-1-3 in their last 7. The 1 draw, the 3 losses, all by just 1 goal. So it looks as though Harry Watling something to build on, but they still have 3 more matches to even add to that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate to be playing some of your best football at the end of the season, but knowing that your efforts earlier in the season take you out of a playoff position. But for Hartford, you want to finish on a high note. Loudoun wants to finish on a high note. Every team in this league wants to start on a high or finish on a high note. But right now, Hartford with an opportunity to continue to build on their success, regroup during the offseason, come back in 2022, and look to make a difference in USL Championship.
So the goal from Connor McGlynn off the free kick play gives Hartford Athletic the 3 points. 3 matches to go in the season. Fortress Hartford holds strong, the 7th clean sheet for Caldwell, as it's good enough for all 3 points. For Bruce Silverman, I'm Phil Shane. Thanks for joining us. The Big Green, the big winners on the night at Dillon Stadium.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.